I'll never forget the sound of the doctor's voice when he spoke the words that shattered my world. It looks like you've contracted chlamydia. At first, I thought I must have misheard. My mind scrambled, grasping for any logical explanation, maybe a lab error, a testing mistake. But sitting there in that cold, sterile room, a sinking realization settled in. The only way I could have tested positive was if my wife had betrayed me. The first cracks. My name is Daniel. I've been married to Claire for 8 years. She was my college sweetheart, the girl with that wild, infectious laugh, the one who always seemed too bright, too vibrant for someone like me. Where I was careful, she was reckless. Where I planned, she improvised. I thought we balanced each other. Or at least, I thought I did. The first signs that something was off had appeared months before. Claire had grown distant, glued to her phone, screen angled away from me. I tried to convince myself it was just work stress. Every couple has phases, right? But the little things piled up. Unexplained late nights, the faint scent of cologne that wasn't mine, her quiet laughter at messages she wouldn't show me. The worst was the night she came home flushed, distracted, and rushed straight to the shower without a word. I tried to push down the gnawing suspicion, but after the doctor's diagnosis, denial was impossible. The shattering conversation. That evening, I sat in the living room, waiting. The house was oppressively silent, each tick of the clock pressing down on me. When Claire finally walked in, smiling faintly as though nothing was wrong, something inside me broke. "Claire," I said, my voice tight, "we need to talk." She frowned, setting her purse down. "What's wrong?" I swallowed hard, hands trembling. "I went to the doctor today. They told me I have chlamydia." Her face drained of color, lips parted, but no sound came. I continued, my voice cracking. "I know what that means, Claire. Don't insult me by lying." She sank into the armchair, burying her face in her hands. The room was silent, except for her uneven breathing. Finally, she whispered, "Daniel, I didn't mean for this to happen." Her words sliced through me. Didn't mean for what to happen? Sleeping with someone else while I was here, trusting her, building a life with her? Tears ran down her cheeks. It was a mistake. I ran into Ryan a few months ago, my ex. We started talking again, catching up. One night, I was feeling lonely. I shot to my feet, rage boiling. "Lonely? You have a husband who loves you, who's been here every single day, and you went back to him?" Her sobs intensified. "I thought it was just one night, Daniel, but it happened again. I swear I didn't think it would go this far." The sting of betrayal. Ryan, that name twisted like a knife in my chest. I had always known about him. The charming ex who once broke her heart. Now he had taken more than her loyalty. He had humiliated me, branded me with a disease that screamed her betrayal. I stared at her, voice low, bitter. While I was home, making dinner, worrying if you were safe, you were with him. And then you came back, laid in our bed as if nothing happened. Claire reached for me, desperation in her eyes. "Daniel, please. I love you." "I don't love him. It was a mistake, a weakness." I recoiled. Don't touch me." I saw her face crumble at my rejection, but I didn't care. The image of her with him, the lips, the body pressed against his, every laugh, every whispered secret, was seared into my mind. The weeks that followed, the days after were a blur of anger, heartbreak, and confusion. Claire begged for forgiveness, promising it would never happen again. She said she'd go to counseling, do whatever it took to prove her loyalty. But how do you rebuild trust when every touch reminds you of where her hands had been? When every "I love you" makes you wonder if she whispered the same to him? At night, I lay awake staring at the ceiling, replaying every moment. Anniversaries, laughter, whispered promises. Had it all been a lie? Or had she truly loved me once, before discarding it for a few nights with her ex? The breaking point. The final straw came one evening when I confronted her again. "Tell me the truth, Claire. If the doctor hadn't told me, would you ever have told me about Ryan?" She hesitated. Finally, she whispered, "I don't know." That answer destroyed me more than anything. It meant she would have continued her secret, her betrayal, while I lived in ignorance. My chest tightened with fury and grief. There's nothing left to save here. Her face went pale. Daniel, please don't say that. We can fix this. I cut her off, voice cold, steady. No, you broke us. Some things can't be fixed. Filing for divorce was the hardest and easiest decision I've ever made. Hard because I still loved the woman I thought Claire was. Easy because the woman in front of me was a stranger. When the papers were served, she sobbed, begging for another chance. But I had already chosen. I couldn't spend my life seeing betrayal every time I looked at her. I couldn't live wondering if she'd sneak back to him when I wasn't around. A final encounter. Weeks later, she came to my door. Red eyes, trembling voice. Daniel, I just want to say I'm sorry. I ruined the best thing I ever had. I studied her, heart heavy. You didn't just ruin us, Claire. You ruined the trust, the love, the foundation we built. You didn't just hurt me. You poisoned everything. Tears streamed down her face. I'll never forgive myself. I nodded slowly. Good, because I never will either. And I closed the door. The aftermath. People say betrayal feels like a stab wound. For me, it was drowning. One moment, I was surrounded by the warmth of love. The next, dragged under by lies, gasping for air, flailing in darkness. Claire's affair didn't just end our marriage. It shattered my faith in the woman I trusted most. Left scars deeper than the disease her ex had passed to me. But as painful as it was, I knew walking away was the only way to heal. Sometimes, the greatest act of love you can give yourself is refusing to stay with someone who has already chosen someone else.